What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian Lovrecich from PixlFeed here. And in this video, we're going to go behind the scenes, my new brand launch using Shopify and Facebook ads, part 6. But before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. All right, so it's actually been 3 months since I released the last video on this brand. And the reason for that is because honestly, there hasn't been any like hot action with everything that's been going on. It's been really tough. It's been a massive headache. It's been a total pain to deal with all the changes with iOS with a brand new account. So let me tell you that I feel for all of you that are starting a store or started a store in the past few months, because I can't believe how difficult it's been to try to grow an ad account. So in this video, I'm going to show you everything that I've done for the past 3 months, where I'm at with the brand as far as like the finances, we're profitable or not, what I'm doing moving forward, what's working, what's not working. And then I'm going to show you the difference between a brand new account, which this is it, which, right now its spend is 7,653 in the past 3 months, which is nothing. But back in the day, you spent $7,000 on an ad account, man, that was enough to get you through the moon and back and get you going all the way. So needless to say, it's been extremely difficult. So in May, what seemed to be working was dynamic dynamic ad campaigns. So as you guys can see here, and these numbers are not accurate. That's the other thing. This dashboard is seriously off by maybe 70%. Like in the past month, it's literally off by 90%. This is insane with all the attribution issues. So at one point in May, I was getting consistent purchases. I was like, okay, I'm seeing the light of the day. My cost per purchase is still high, but I know if I keep feeding Facebook data, that cost per purchase is going to go down as I acquire more data and I can create audiences and all that good stuff. And then all of a sudden what happened is Apple released 14.6, and that took it to an acquisition rate of I think it was 60% all at once over one weekend. And when that happened, it completely destroyed everything that is Facebook ads. So now, not only am I dealing with attribution issues where I can't see my results, throughout the day or for a few days at a time, it's also not even accurate. So the information is not coming back to Facebook. So Facebook can't optimize without the information. So you have a campaign that's running or an ad set that's running, and it's getting you sales because you can see, when you go into the store, you can see the sales, you can see the UTM tags under the order, you can go into analytics and you can see the UTM ads under the orders, but nothing matches across the board. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So what happened was everything fell off a cliff. It just stopped working. And as you guys can see here, I'm like, well, this was working. It was getting me consistent sales right here. I started duplicating the dynamic prospecting campaigns with the same exact audiences that I knew were working, and that's when it started to fail. So you guys can see here it's $152 per purchase. That's insane, and I'm pretty sure that's off too because I would never let it go for that long. So that's when I started moving into regular ads. So let's pick one campaign here. And I like to simplify the account as much as I want. So for example, this campaign here, it says that it's $237 cost per purchase. But this campaign here brought me 4 sales. So that number's completely off. And the way that I know that is because I can check the orders inside Shopify. I can check the UTM tags inside Shopify, and I can also check them inside analytics. So even though this ad set was bringing me in sales, Facebook couldn't optimize for it because it wasn't getting the data back, which really sucks. And what sucks even more is that my average order value in the past 3 months is $75.89, but look at the conversion rate. That conversion rate is horrible. And I know some of you are going to be like, well, Christian, that conversion rate is horrible. You need to work on your site. Trust me when I tell you, the site is optimized for conversions. It's the traffic that Facebook is bringing that is, I don't know, it's horrible. It's weird. It bounces out. It's not the same. Something's way off. How do I know that? Because we do a live and we get sales, when we do a live. So it's not the website. I've gone through the website a million times with people in the industry, myself, compared to other sites in the same niche. And trust me, it's optimized for conversions. So it makes it very, very frustrating. So the more traffic that I keep running, I'm like, okay, let's go back to interest. If custom audiences are not working, I'm going to rely on engagement campaigns, which is my middle of the funnel, and my retargeting campaigns to bring some money back. But if you look at the frequency, 8.40, 3.61, they're not even working themselves either. Like, look at this. No purchases. Like, it's so crazy to me. I mean, there's like a couple in here, but look at those cost per purchase. That's not even accurate. So none of the engagement campaigns are working, which my engagement stack is anybody who has engaged with Facebook, Instagram, website visitors, add to cart, anything, right? And even I started segmenting the audience by the actual products that they're looking at to try to hit those pockets based on specific pages that they visit. And that is barely working. So now we also have, I also have my DPA retargeting dynamic product ads. And same, there's no consistency. Like, some of them are getting me sales. I tried cost caps. I tried lowest cost. And, it's just the numbers are not there. So I'm like, okay, let's go back to interest audiences. Let's try to bring some good traffic at the top of the funnel using some interest stacks, right? So there's one thing that I noticed right away. I started launching interest stacks, and what happens is the first ones will work for a little bit, and then they will just die out. And then I noticed that my winning interest, I will launch campaigns, and they will get one sale for the day and then completely die. And that's why you can see the cost per purchase so high, because I would let it run for more than one day, and then my cost per purchase would go through the roof, which it makes no sense whatsoever. The good news is that my CPMs seem to be stable between 20 and 38, which 30 is still super high, but at least 23 I can deal with that. Some of them are 15. So that's like a promising stat in the right way, I guess you could say. Also, we're missing tons of purchases here. Tons of purchases that you can't see in here. So when we're looking at everything as an ecosystem, MER, marketing, all together, money in, money out, I am profitable by a little bit, believe it or not. But I have been spoiled for so long that when I find winning products, or, I have a campaign that's winning, that's doing well, I know how to scale it fast and go super hard right away. That this is driving me insane. I mean, the frustration that I have right now is driving me insane. So the thought is, like, I know I have a winning brand between my hands. I know I can take this to the next level. So what am I going to do from here moving forward? So what I do is I analyze everything, right? So obviously I'm not going to stop Facebook ads. Facebook ads are always going to keep going. I mean, if it wasn't for Facebook ads, I wouldn't have an audience right now to market to right away and get those returns back, even if it's barely anything back. So when I'm looking at everything across the board, nothing matches, right? So if we look at my ad spend in the last 90 days, it shows here for this campaign, it's 3,000, but the whole thing, I think it's 7,657, right? And then if I go back to Shopify, it tells me that my sales is 10,557. Obviously, that's not all from Facebook itself, but this number right here is way off. Only 5,000 contributed to marketing. That's always way off. But then look at my Klaviyo. I'm telling you guys, if it wasn't for email, I wouldn't be profitable right now, because email, as of the last 90 days, let's see, it's literally 18% of our revenue, which is what's literally saving my ass. And then if I go into analytics to try to make sense of where everything's coming from, guess what? Analytics is not working either like it's supposed to. So if I go to campaigns, all campaigns, to pull up all my campaigns to see where all the money's coming from, when do you guys see this number? This is crazy. I'm going to go in here and bring them up by keywords, because that's the way I have it, my UTM set up, and it's going to bring me the ad sets. But when do you see this number right here? May 1st to July 28th. And it's showing a revenue of only 3,842. Now, I'm not Google Analytics expert by any means. I know how to get around it. But how does that make any sense? It makes no sense. So the only thing that's literally saving my ass of me following what's going on and knowing what my numbers are without having to sit there with an accountant and do number by number is this extension right here that shows me everything that I have going on. So I know that my net profit right now is 1,726, and I know you guys are dying to find out what extension it is, but it's still in beta at the moment. So as soon as they release it all the way, I'm going to make an amazing video on it, because it gives you everything, all your stats for Facebook ads, analytics, Snapchat, TikTok, everything you're doing, Klaviyo, and it's an amazing tool. So now that I know all of this and I've been through this and it's not stable and it's been a headache, where do I go from here? Where do I take my brand from here? Well, do I give up because I'm like, I can't scale it to the moon and back like I used to, even though that I know that I'm have great products that people love and plenty of winning products? Well, I can't stop now, especially after all the money that I sunk into this thing. So it basically comes down to a few things. Obviously, Apple has wrecked the ecosystem. Obviously, Facebook is working to fix it, but how long is it going to take Facebook to fix this? How long is it going to take Google to fix this? Am I just going to be sitting here with my arms crossed, just waiting for them to fix it? No, man, that's not what an entrepreneur does. That's what you as a business owner do. Whatever comes your way, you have to pivot the other way to make it successful. And no matter what, I'm making this brand successful because I know I have a multi-million-dollar brand in my hands right now. So I'm not going to let this stop me. So the next thing moving forward, I'm going to go super duper heavy on SEO. Yes, SEO takes forever to gain traction. I'm probably not going to see any real traffic or significant traffic for at least 6 to 7 months. But by 10 months from now, we're talking about 50,000 visitors organic every month. But I'm not only thinking about like just bringing sales daily, because it's going to bring me sales daily, but I'm thinking in terms, if email is working so well and I'm literally half-assing all my email, I'm literally doing it myself. When I do it once a week at least. I send an email out once a week because my list is still fairly small. Believe it or not, my list is only 549 people. That is nothing. And it's bringing me all these sales. So if I can get the SEO to gain traction, that's going to grow my list massively, which then I can rely on my email marketing to make me a lot of money from the back end. And then I can use that traffic to retarget really hard on the Facebook end, because even if Facebook's still broken, it's a lot easier to retarget traffic that came from organic than cold top of the funnel through paid ads. At least that's my thinking. So let's see. Because unless I have an ad account that's established like this one, where I spent $195,000 and brought in $500,000 worth of sales in the past 90 days, and on a new account, it's extremely difficult to do right now, and it's going to take a long time unless Facebook gets their shit together by tomorrow or the next week. I don't know. It's uncertain. So that's why I'm going to go heavy on SEO and email. Guys, if you like that video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. Help support the channel. And if you want to keep learning about Facebook ads, Shopify, digital marketing in general, branding, or building a brand, make sure to check out one of the videos right above me. And I will see you guys in the next video.